This is weird.
From the land of conjurers, flying through the internet to your device like a UAP, hauntingly unexplained and downright weird, this is the witching hours, and we're ready to take off in the flash of an eye. Good evening to one and all, wherever and whenever you're listening to this program. I am Frosty, and joining me, as always, is the medium Jenny Lee. How are you doing tonight, Jenny?
I'm a little bit sleepy. How about yourself?
Kind of the same today.
We had a long day yesterday.
Kind of a lazy day today.
I wish mine was.
I got some stuff done, but it was, kind of a lazy, like it went by really fast.
Yeah.
And I just didn't really, I don't know. It's kind of one of those weird, they tend to start racking themselves up a little bit more like that towards the end of the summer.
Yes.
Where, I don't know. I hate to admit it, but maybe I start needing a little something else.
You don't have any structure.
Yeah.
There's no structure.
Well, I have the witching hours, so here we are.
We can say hi to everybody tonight. Hi, CMC. Hi, Allison on all the platforms. We have YouTube Allison, Facebook Allison, and Twitch Allison. That's pretty special. And Norsk is here. Hello.
Yeah, welcome in, everybody.
How is everybody? We get to do a hangout chit-chatty night.
Yeah, open lines, paranormal talk tonight. Yeah. Well, originally we had looking ahead of time, because we booked the show months ahead now.
Yes.
We decided to leave ourselves a couple of Mondays at the end of July, at the end of the summer for us, for if we decided to go on vacation. We are not on vacation, so we decided we would go ahead and do a show tonight. Something we want to try to set aside like once a month, but it's hard because there's so many guests that we want to have on. But just kind of an open lines hangout, talk about paranormal stuff night, and so that's what we're going to do tonight. So if there's something that you want to talk about in chat, feel free to bring that up, and we'll see if we can get to it as the show goes along. If there's something that you would like to come on into the studio, either through voice or with video, either one is acceptable for open lines, questions, comments, all those things. We'll have that open for you tonight. I know one thing we're going to get into tonight is some more of the UFO files that were dropped by the U.S. government. So we're going to get into some of those. And then I guess maybe just some other things that we end up getting into. So thanks, everyone, for jumping in tonight. We're looking forward to hanging out with everybody tonight.
Hey, Shadow Max. Hello, Michelle, over on Facebook. CMC's got a urgent work issue. Boo.
Phone emote.
Yeah, we don't have the phone emote for CMC over here.
Well, hopefully everything's doing okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, we ready to get into some news, should we?
I guess so.
All right. So I guess I should say before we get started tonight, wherever you're following us or watching us tonight, thank you so much. You can find us over on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitch. You can find us wherever you listen to your podcasts. There's a lot of different platforms out there. Whatever platform you're watching us on or listening to us on, if you could leave a thumbs up, like, review, any of those things. If you can leave us an Apple Podcast review, it would be helpful. Because our score went down because of my pronunciation of reason. We were at 5 stars. That took a direct hit. So if you want to go ahead and give us a review, it would always be appreciated. And thanks for listening and watching wherever you're listening and watching.
And also, if you got a spooky shop, a haunted attraction, a paranormal book, or a strange little business of your own, you can sponsor the Witching Hours. We offer host read ads just like this one, where you can sponsor the weird news segment. You can find pricing and details at thewitchinghourspodcast.com. Come get weird with us.
Excellent. Yeah, we got deals. You can get like a free show. You get like a month worth of show. Or spots are available. So if you got something you want to promote, let us know. Story number 1 tonight. What's up?
For some reason, my brain was like not connecting what you were saying, and you were saying spots are available, but what I heard was sponsorship. Sponsors.
Spotsters.
I was like, what? What's available? Oh, spots to sponsor are available. Hi, Chico.
Shadowmax said,
I don't think we're going to that one, but we did go to the historic Haunts and Hamburgers event that they had last week.
I don't even know what that is, Shadowmax. I didn't hear about that. Did you know about it, Jenny?
They have a bunch of different things happening all constantly there.
Spirit Festival. There's going to be another one in August. It's History, Haunts, and Hamburgers.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be on August 20th.
I think it's the 16th or something like that.
Thursday night. It's a Thursday night.
Yeah.
And you just go there and order your food. But all the weirdos have a table outside. It's all put on by Steve Dills and Transcend Paranormal. But it's just a way for everyone to hang out and chill out. This is at
Hanover Tavern, by the way, for people who are wondering what the heck we're talking about.
Yeah, so it's always, we went to the one this month. It was a good time. There's a good chance to like hang out with people you see at the Paracons and stuff like that are local, but just without all that hanging over your head.
Yeah,
not having to set up vendors and everyone bringing along all their signs and people having to give talks and classes. Everyone's just chilling out and maybe having an adult beverage and eating some good food. Hanover Tavern's a great place.
CMC said, what if we want to sponsor the channel?
If we want to sponsor the channel, yeah, we can figure. We have options open for just regular sponsorships as well.
There's sponsorships.
Sponsorships. Is that what you need to come up with some weirdo name for
sponsorships. They're not sponsorships. They're sponsorships. Hey, Maxie.
Yeah.
All right, what's up with the weird news this week for us?
Weird news number 1 tonight. Update: Upstate New York School District will deploy a humanoid robot teacher this fall.
Oh, we've been talking about this, that it was coming.
When students return to school this fall in the Salamanca City Central School District in Western New York, a new kind of teacher will be ready to greet them. And it won't be medium Jenny Lee. It'll be the small rural district located on the Seneca Nation Reservation is set to be one of the first in the country to put a humanoid robot in a classroom. It will not replace the classroom teacher, but is programmed to provide learning support to both students and educators.
Oh, good Lord.
At a board. So now you're going to have a robot in this classroom telling you what you're supposed to do.
You're going to have a know-it-all robot in the classroom. You know, I'm about ready to beat our Alexa with a hammer because they changed her voice and now she has an attitude every time she says something.
She's listening to you.
Don't be putting that robot in my classroom.
At a board meeting last month, the Cattaraugus County School District agreed to purchase the robot from Realbotics, a tech company, along with an artificial intelligence teacher assistant program, allowing students to interact with an avatar of the robot on laptops.
We had that in the early 90s. It was the little paper clip in the Microsoft.
Yeah. Clippy or something on that name.
Clippy.
I'm just looking that up. Anyway, this deployment in a working school district represents a landmark moment for both AI and humanoid robotics, said Andrew Kiguel, CEO of Realbotics, which is currently building the robot. Salamanca marks the beginning of a new era where humanoid robots and intelligent AI assistants become standard tools in STEM education. The female robot named Sally will have a lifelike appearance with silicone skin.
She's not a giant paper clip. That would be
and long brown hair. It will be a stationary it will be stationary in a seated position, but have a wide range of upper body movements and facial expressions so that she can scowl at the students as
Does
they
she
blow spitballs at her.
does she beat them with rulers?
I don't, I've
She could
watched
have
Can't Get Up.
I mean, if she got some torque in her arm, she could really hurt
Mhm.
somebody.
And if it's like run by AI, could you like break the AI? Because like people
Kids will
want to do
figure
that.
out how
Just
to do it immediately.
yeah, and like we'll start whipping them, and then the school gets shut down. Like I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities
She
in there.
just said, I think parents would have to agree to this, don't you? Probably not.
If it
Probably
gets, I
not.
mean, they had a school board meeting, so I don't know what happened in there. I will say later in the article, I didn't put the whole thing in here, but turns out that robotics, their first endeavor into the robot industry has been for sex dolls. So
It's
we'll
just,
see how that
moving on to the next thing.
education, because you think
Yes.
of those two things usually.
Well,
together.
Oldest profession made second oldest
The
profession.
second oldest profession.
Hi, Patty on Facebook.
The two
Priestess
oldest
of-
professions.
Yeah, Priestess of Wonderland. They had to start with the oldest one first. Priestess of Wonderland said, my Alexa voice changed too, and now she listens to me after she answers my question.
Yeah, the new voice takes longer. Like really the only thing we really use ours for is for
making grocery lists.
So like if we're in the kitchen, we can just, be like, hey, we need more milk, or, put
Yes.
eggs on the grocery list.
And
now it moves really slow. So like when I want to give it a bunch of things, it takes forever. So it's like, what's the point? It's the only thing that we really use it for.
little mama got in an argument with her yesterday.
Yeah.
Because she was giving me an attitude. And then little mama she said, don't give my mom an attitude. And Alexa answered back and said, I wasn't having an attitude. I was just putting the things on the grocery list with an attitude. It's like, this thing is, I'm going to pull an Office Space with the printer. We're going to go out there with a baseball bat and beat it.
Attitude and more attitude.
Hello, Isabel on Facebook.
Welcome in. Just a reminder, as people trickle in, we are going to have open lines tonight. So if there's something paranormal, questions for medium Jenny Lee, things like that, we can get into that tonight. Right now, we're going to continue getting to the weird news. And this is story number 2, brought to you by CMC Air Boss. Meteorite that crashed into a New Jersey home contains extraterrestrial amino acids.
And that he sponsored it.
Well, maybe he did sponsored it.
He sent it to us. Anyway, I was messing you up. Start over.
A meteorite that crashed into New Jersey home contains extraterrestrial amino acids. A meteorite weighing more than 2 pounds that crashed through the roof of a New Jersey home 2 years ago could shed light on ancient water in the solar system. Observers across New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Pennsylvania reported seeing a fireball streaking across the sky during the day, July 16, 2024. And as the object whizzed by just south of the Statue of Liberty, it caused a sonic boom felt by New York City and New Jersey residents. The spectacle came from a space rock estimated to be the size of a heavy airline bag that zipped through Earth's atmosphere at a speed of 32,000 miles an hour, 14.4 kilometers per second for all of our non-Americans here. Unlike some meteorites, this space rock was particularly fragile, and it broke apart about 22 miles above ground. Newark Liberty International Airport's Doppler weather radar detected a cloud of fragments falling to the ground from Staten Island into New Jersey. Only one fragment was recovered, and that's because it punched through the ceiling of a master bedroom in the Hillsborough, New Jersey home. Researchers detected high abundances of sodium, likely from icy brines within the original asteroid. As water evaporated on the space rock, it left behind concentrated salt minerals that could create molecules crucial for life as we know it, according to researchers. The team also detected organic carbon and complex amino acids.
Pretty cool.
Well, it's always been talked about. I've seen this said quite a bit, that there's theories that water was brought to Earth by asteroids. So like all the
Mhm.
impacts are where water comes from. So being able to find the building blocks, or what we think are the building blocks of life anyway,
Building
on
blocks
those
of
is
what we know of as
yeah.
life.
Speaking of which, that brings up story number 3. Astronomers find an atmosphere on nearby Earth-like planet. So this kind of
Nice.
continues this conversation and what you were just talking about. There are a few key features that make a planet amenable to life, at least life as Earthlings know it.
Oh, thank you.
It
Somebody put
should
it in
be
there.
it should be rocky, be at the right temperature for liquid water to exist, and have an atmosphere. On Thursday, a team of astronomers announced that it had identified a world with all 3 traits. At this point, we have absolutely no evidence for life on this planet, said Colin Cherubim, a planetary scientist who recently earned his PhD from Harvard. But we
His
think
last
all
name is
of,
Cherubim.
yeah, but we think all of the really important essential ingredients are there. The rocky planet named LHS
Of
1140b
course
is
it
a.
is.
There are more planets out there than we have words, human words. So you got to have
We
something
can
to
make
put it
lots
out
of
there.
combinations of words.
And you're going to remember them?
I
You're going
would
to start a
remember it
ledger?
way better than letters
Like
and
two
numbers.
2 trillion planets. You're gonna write them
Yep.
all down in your notebook over
Uh-huh.
there.
Yeah, I
You have
got
to have a
plenty of
way to
notebooks.
scientifically be able to log these things. Even animals have uh scientific names.
It's still
They're
a
not
name and
just
not numbers and
the
letters.
woodburger. The woodburger ain't scientific.
Hello,
Gotta
Gene
have a
on
way to remember all
Facebook.
this stuff.
Ain't nobody gonna
The
remember no damn
uh
numbers and letters.
the rocky planet is a few dozen light years from our solar system. It orbits a star with a distance known as the habitable zone, where it's neither too hot or too cold for liquid water to exist on the planet's surface. It was first discovered in 2017. The planet is cooler than Earth, but it's bigger in both size and mass. New data collected by the astronomers suggests that
How do they
LHS.
know it's cooler? I mean, Earth is pretty cool too.
Ha,
They're just assuming that this other planet is cooler than Earth. I mean, maybe. We are kind of ghetto.
bad jokes. Bad jokes.
Anyway, continue.
The detection published in the detection published in the journal Science is the first clear evidence of a potentially habitable planet with an atmosphere, and it reinforces the idea that there exists a population of worlds similar to our own with properties necessary to sustain life. When
Good.
there's one, there's more in exoplanets, said Sarah Seeger, an astrophysicist at MIT who was not involved in this study. Hopefully, this is the start of something new. An atmosphere is vital for habitability because it helps a planet hold onto water, regulates the climate, and protects the surface from space radiation. Scientists have found atmospheres on giant gas planets, but have been uncertain whether rocky worlds, which are similar and more difficult to detect, could retain their atmospheres as well. It looks like the majority of the atmosphere on this planet was helium, and they were worried that the atmosphere was like essentially being like escaping little bit by little bit into space because it was helium. So they've been watching it, and when it went across the star, they were able to measure, and it didn't look like it was losing any of its atmosphere. So
So
it's got a
it's
stable atmosphere. It's got
rocky
the right
planet.
rocky planet, and it's got the
That's
right
where
temperature.
Sylvester Stallone is
Yeah,
from. But since
all
there's a
kinds of
helium
bad jokes tonight.
atmosphere, then he
Hmm.
has a high pitched voice.
Yeah. Um, so it's got the right temperature for water and an atmosphere and a rocky planet. So we'll see. Something to keep watching. And the last story for tonight, your mother may still be living in your brain. A new study has found that cells from your mother may have
Get
traveled
out of my
into
brain,
your
Mom.
uh, a new study has found that cells from your mother may have traveled into your brain while you were still in the womb,
Mm-hmm.
and they can remain there for decades, possibly your entire life. This phenomenon is known as maternal microchimerism,
It's the
where
other
a
way
small
around too. That the
where a,
babies, the moms have parts of the baby stuff in
mhm,
them still from their children.
where a small number of cells pass between mother and baby during pregnancy. Researchers analyzed brain tissue from children with epilepsy and discovered maternal DNA in about 70% of the brains they studied. Even more surprising, those cells weren't just hanging around. They had transformed into working brain cells, including neurons, immune cells, and support cells that help the brain function. The team then examined healthy brain tissue and found similar foreign cells in people ranging from unborn babies to individuals in their 90s, suggesting
And
these maternal cells can persist for an entire lifetime.
in other words, you're never letting your mother have a break ever.
Yeah.
She's got to work in your brain too. Goodness gracious. Not acceptable. No. But seriously, there's been research and studies done where it's the other way around too, where the mother holds the DNA of the children
Yeah.
that she's carried with her still too.
Yeah, it says that right at the beginning of the article. It says that the mother and the children can exchange tissues. Scientists don't know yet exactly what the cells are doing. They may help with brain development, aid and repair, or influence the immune system. But that's all still under investigation.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Her mom just has to carry the baby's stuff around for the rest of her life, but then the baby gets to have mom working in their brain.
Mm-hmm.
That seems about right.
Seems and accurate. That was the weird news.
That's weird stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then, were there some things that you wanted to talk about before we start our UFO look-see?
Not that I can really remember. We were talking about there's just discussions that we've been having lately. We have talked about a little bit on the show in the news, which was what's come out with the CIA and possible connections between the CIA and Charles Manson and Jack Ruby, which has been through MK Ultra, which has been really interesting to me lately. The fact that, probably one of the most, notable, infamous murders that have taken place under the Manson family are now leading to a connection with MK Ultra and the US CIA.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty big news considering who could possibly be responsible for that,
Uh-huh. Just, I don't know. I probably shouldn't go in a big ranting, raving session.
And then the other part of that is the connection that also there's been government stuff coming forward about Jack Ruby being connected to MK Ultra. And so I've just kind of been, digging around a little bit, trying to find out more about this. I'm like, okay, so why does this make sense for Jack Ruby to be connected to MK Ultra? If you're not familiar, just real quick, MK Ultra is an already declassified program from the American CIA or the CIA during the Cold War to try to mind control. And they used high doses of LSD and stuff like that to on all kinds of people, military, on criminals and prison systems. And who knows where else. The program goes deeper, but that's the general gist of it. And so I was like, okay, so like why Jack Ruby? I was thinking about it the other day when I started.
For anybody who might not know who Jack Ruby is, fill them in.
Yeah, the one who killed Lee Harvey Oswald, who was the suspected person who assassinated, of course, JFK. Suspected. What's interesting about that is, come to find out, the person who started the MK Ultra program, as far as I know, was Alan Dulles, who was the director of the CIA during that period of time. And so JFK is the one who fired Dulles from that position in the CIA. So I don't know. we'll see. I mean, this is one of the things that they've been talking about in Congress and trying to get some files out.
Yep.
And that was the last two things that they released was Jack Ruby and Charles Manson, which there's already a book out by a researcher who had already kind of drawn the lines to Charles Manson and visiting at a clinic in San Francisco. He's released, put on parole, released from jail, and he's being seen by a known MK Ultra doctor in San Francisco. So I don't know. We'll see where this leads. There's more and more information about that coming out. I thought that has been really interesting, and it'd be really interesting to have somebody come on to talk more about MK Ultra and even getting into kind of the deeper cuts there when we talk about Montauk and some of the stuff that like some of the stuff that we kind of think was happening, but actually hasn't been declassified yet. I mean, at this point, there's so many things that have happened that were talked about and discussed that have been declassified at this point. I think there's some ability to be able to look at that and go, well, this was probably happening too, right?
Right. Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, like it doesn't take a big leap.
Yeah.
From one thing to the other.
At what point do we finally stick up for ourselves and say none of this is acceptable?
Yeah.
It never was, and it should never happened, and we're not going to let it happen again.
Yeah.
That's what
and
I'm
as
waiting
Chica
for.
Kath says, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly. All of that's allegedly.
Mm-mm-mm.
I mean, if they want to come, I mean, take me and put me in prison for talking about it, I'll just get a lot of ratings for the witching hours. So might sell a weird news sponsorship. So, it's okay.
A sponsorship. We just need to change it to that. They're not sponsorships. They're sponsorships. Hey, y'all want sponsorship?
And then kind of talking a little bit about one of the things that you have been talking a little bit the other day. We were I don't know, we were kind of talking and riding around and talking about some things, and you were talking a little bit about the shift or a thinning, what you consider to be. Well, I'll let you explain.
Well, I don't really know how to explain it. It's just I mean, you could say that it's just because I'm a medium that I'm picking up on this stuff, but I don't think that's what it is. I think there's a thinning of the veil happening. And I was saying that people that aren't awake yet probably need to start doing that.
Yeah.
Because weirder and weirder stuff's gonna keep happening and start happening and getting weirder and more unusual. And if they're not ready for it, I think that a lot of people are just gonna lose their ever loving minds. I mean, they're gonna go absolutely crazy because they're not gonna be able to deal with it.
Yeah. Well, what are some of the things that you're noticing specifically?
I'm starting to see things with my eyes. I've been getting flashes of things with my eyes. And then, like yesterday, we had a weird thing happen with my car wanting to call someone. And it just like my car can, has a little doodad that can connect to your phone and talk to your contacts and call someone. But I've never used it in the 10 years that I've owned this vehicle. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the van starts wanting to call someone.
Yeah.
Who has the same name as our niece, and our father-in-law was in the car. That's his granddaughter. It was like, it's like things like that, like these really bizarre things that, and they're just going to get crazier and they're going to get weirder. And like, people are going to start seeing more stuff. And well, we've got the whole ET UFO disclosure thing that's what we're going to be looking at tonight. Like, the people that aren't awake yet, they really need to get on it. Not saying they have to think and believe all the same things that we believe in our little woo-woo circle, but start realizing there's a lot more to the universe than we understand.
Yeah.
Anyway, hi Hogsters. Yeah, CMC had a very unusual Mandela effect
Yeah.
situation with a friend that he shared in Discord.
Hmm.
That was really strange. And like to give you a brief little synopsis of it, it was like 3 friends that have known each other for over 20 years. They meet up and have breakfast. And all of a sudden, one of the people was different,
Hmm.
had different hair color, wasn't dyed, had ordered different things, said they didn't like certain things. They never had
Yeah.
liked
Different.
certain things. And it's like, what happened? Because both of the other people were remembering everything the opposite of what was happening. What was that?
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, you know, like, yeah, what was that?
Yeah, that's really weird. Mandela effect is really is still really interesting. I think I talked about this last time, but I'm thinking about maybe trying. Oh, I saw mine in your stream the other night in chat, but I haven't done it yet. Namely because I don't really have one that we'll be doing. I don't think until October. But I think when we go to Paracons, I'm just gonna have some surveys. I don't know
Yeah.
if I'm gonna do it digitally or on paper or what,
Mhm.
but I just want to put like a whole bunch of Mandela effects that people that tend to resonate with people, and just get people to fill them out and then just start collecting data. I've never really
Mhm.
done anything like that before, but I was curious about like how many people remember, the cornucopia and Fruit of the Loom? How many people remember the hyphen between Kit Kat? How many people
Yeah. Mhm.
remember being Berenstain Bears? How many remember being Berenstain Bears? How many people remember Nelson Mandela dying
Mhm.
previous to his, death in recent years? And then
If we had a
just
little
kind of have
tablet,
those
like a
numbers.
touchscreen tablet, you could just, like, make a little simple Google form, and people could come up and put in their
Yeah,
answers,
make a
and
little
then
sign for it.
start saving it, yeah.
Yeah, and just have it go into a spreadsheet or something.
Mhm.
Just to collect that data, even if it's not for me, just to have it to pass on down the road or something,
Yeah.
because we're at places with lots of people often to be
Mhm.
able to take that kind of information in
Yep.
and see if there's any correlation. Like, because I feel like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not the person really who that data is probably meant for, but the numbers got to tell you something at some point about is what's happening some kind of weird human brain misremembering,
Right.
or is
Or
there
something else
really
good.
something else going on there?
Yeah, Allison was saying of the birth year. You could have, like, an age range, though, too, like, so people didn't have to put their birthday time, any pertinent information in there.
Although the age range would change if we kept doing the thing over time. People would get older as the data is going along. So having a birth year would probably help.
I know, but some people don't wanna give that information.
Yeah.
So you could have just, like, a little 5-year age ranges, 30,
Yeah.
35, 35, 40. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll figure something out. But yeah, it's something I've been thinking about doing. I put this in there earlier, but I didn't say it out loud. Chico had said I would dare say there's a shift in the energy for sure. Unexplainable things, seen, heard, felt, all of the above.
Mhm. And CMC said, "I like it. It seems like it is occurring real time from the perspective of multiple observers." Well, I think I shared in my stream on a Friday night not too long ago. Hello, Jessica on Facebook. That I had a complete freak out one day when my boss and I walked into the computer room because the
Mhm.
printer was not the same printer that was there the day before that I had been using for a year and a half. Hello, Ray. And it was like, it was marked as the same exact printer that had been, on the computer.
Mhm.
Nothing had changed about it, but it was not it wasn't the printer that I remembered being in there for the whole year and a half that I've been there.
Well, I think that brings up a complicated issue, which is one, we know that the human brain does misremember a lot of things.
Yes, we do.
Like
We're
like we
very
know that
fallible.
our brains make up stuff all the time. I'm really starting to I'm really starting to be cognizant of that for me now as I'm getting older and trying to remember back to like childhood stuff. Sometimes, man, I'm getting to a point where it's like I'm really having to work hard to
Right.
bring up some of those memories, and I know for sure that some of them can be fallible. Like that some of
Yeah,
them, I mean, it could have happened a completely different way. I wouldn't put
of
any
course.
money
Yeah.
towards it.
That's why like
Um,
firsthand accounts aren't always reliable because
yeah,
those memories are so janky.
but for some people, there are still just sometimes things that you just that you're pretty sure you knew.
Right.
And with the Mandela effect, I feel like that's breaking a lot of those. Um, CMC said that exactly what I've been experiencing for multiple instances.
Somebody's changing out your printers too at work.
No, they're changing out as friends.
I know. Switch out all in person. What is happening?
Right?
It's chaos.
And there's lots of Mandela effects for me. I think two are pretty simple, but the cornucopia and the dash and the Kit Kat are
Berenstain
always the big ones.
Bears.
Well, see, me and you disagree on a lot of these things
We
because I
do.
remember the Berenstain Bears.
We're from different
Yeah,
timelines.
I don't remember the Berenstain Bears. So I remember Berenstain Bears. I don't remember Nelson Mandela dying
I have
when I
the
was
Nelson
younger.
Mandela one.
Um,
And then Allison brought up one not too long ago. Well,
mhm.
it's probably been at least a year ago now. That's when you get old, time is like
Yeah,
um
really quick.
but yeah, Allison brought up like when did Corey Haim die?
Hmm.
My memory is the 90s or at least the late like the early 2000s. But he died like in 2014 or something. And it's
Hmm.
like that's not what I remember.
There's been a couple of deaths with that. Like I think Bob Barker was one.
Is there
That
a
was
weird
a
Bob
weird
Barker
one.
one?
Yeah, there was a weird Bob Barker one. There's been a couple of deaths that happened where everyone thought they were already dead,
Yeah.
you know. And once again, I think that can be sometimes people mistaken like someone was in the hospital and they were really ill.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't news when they got better. It was only new, you know what I mean? So it was
Yeah.
like so I
Could be.
think that helps play a role in it, but there's definitely some that are weird. Yeah.
CMC's from the same timeline as me. Nelson Mandela died in prison in the
Right.
90s. And Corey Haim died in the 90s too. Not in this timeline.
um,
Mm-mm-mm.
and I've seen, this is gaining traction on places like TikTok and social media. And I see a lot of people who seem to kind of have the wrong idea about the Mandela effect because they're trying to disprove the Mandela effect by going and showing the pictures of what we
Right.
know has already changed.
But like what people are saying is like
And they're like,
that like if it changed, everything changed.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I can prove that the Mandela effect isn't real because here's the news article of Nelson Mandela dying, and he didn't die until, I don't know,
Right.
2013 or whatever. And it's like, no, that's not the point of the Mandela
Right.
effect. The point of the Mandela effect is that people remember things very differently. And I don't necessarily know what that means,
Mhm.
but it has some kind of implication, whether that's other dimensions, whether that's, I don't know, different pasts. I have no clue what that could possibly mean. Or is it just people's brains just being complete and utter trash? I don't know.
Right. Right, right, right. I don't know who Liam Payne is, but Hoaxer said he thought Liam Payne died in 2010, not
Mhm.
2024. And then Chico
Yeah.
brings up a good idea, be it aliens or government or multiple timelines. I feel like confusion is the goal. Can't prove anything if everyone's confused.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder about the why. All capital letters.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of confusion, namely about what happens at a yield sign. That confuses a lot of people. Or a three-way stop.
Let's not
Lots of confusion.
stop talking about that. All
Lots
right, can we
of
look at some
confusion.
UFO
Yeah,
stuff
here we
now?
go.
Okay.
All right, let's see if we can bring it up here. Present.
Oh yeah, Corey Feldman's still kicking. He's doing all kinds of fun stuff. He does a Michael Jackson impersonation and he's playing concerts and things and such.
Yeah, he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
All right, so this video description is provided for. Let me go back up here. The United States Indo-Pacific Command submitted a report of this unidentified anomalous phenomenon (UFO) to all the domain to Arrow, consisting of 18 seconds of video footage from an infrared sensor aboard a U.S. military platform in 2025.
This is recent.
Yeah, that's just last year.
And like, what is that? It's like star shaped.
Well, it's infrared, so you at least have light that's
and it has like
that pattern.
Like that circular part in the center has some kind of pattern to it.
Mm-hmm. I remember in the UFO in the committee in Congress, they were talking about fighter pilots who were flying off the coast of Virginia Beach who were coming in contact with like these diamond shaped things with like spheres inside of them, and I was wondering if that could be something similar to that.
Yeah, that's a very strange one.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very strange.
So that's the first video. Oh, by the way, we're looking at stuff in the new drop. The fourth drop, release number 4. They have them. Luckily, you can like do all, or you can split them up into the different drops we've had.
Okay.
So that's the first one there. So now we have another video here from the East China Sea. The sensor pans to track an area of contrast, keeping it generally centered within the center of the frame. The sensor
center.
The image is momentarily overlaid with a black rectangular areas. The sensor pans to track an area of contrast. We'll just watch it and see what we get here. Oh, this is, yeah. This is another one of the weird ones where it's got like stuff hanging down off of it. Looks like someone hang gliding.
Looks like a little duck. A cute little duck. Oh yeah, it does have stuff hanging off the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like someone hang gliding.
Going real fast.
Like I said, I'm not even going to try to guess at speeds on this stuff because I don't know how far things are zoomed in, and yeah, I have no idea.
It's moving
at a high rate of speed for sure.
Like, I mean, like, I don't know, because the stuff hanging down kind of does make me think of like a weather balloon, but that it wouldn't be moving like that unless it was, I don't know, real windy or something.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to give a
but it's reflective too, because you can see when it's twisting around in the sky that it's like there's light shining off the bottom.
You have to remember too, though, that this is, and I'm just thinking out loud here, but that's not, it's not in color; it's infrared. Yes. So the way things, the reflection is different because you're looking at infrared light spectrum. No, it's not like aluminum where it's like, it could be, but we're not seeing it in that light. So
it's a pair of ducks.
Yeah, that one's interesting. And they don't really I wish they would put a little bit more information there. Like, they know how fast that's going.
Right.
It was being tracked. But in the report on it, it just says like what they're seeing. And then in the red, they're saying like we're basically not going to say that it's a UAP, like what it
Mhm.
is.
Yeah.
But like having that information would be good. Like how fast is that thing going?
Right. How much
You know,
distance did we
it's going
watch it
500 miles
go
an hour. Yeah,
through?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because
CM
some of the
he's seen some of those from his house.
Mhm. Location for this one.
CMC always got the information for us. Weather balloon sensor packages are much lower from the balloon as shown in those squid UAPs.
This is from 2025. Also from the East China Sea. Is this a different one or did I click on the same one? Oh, yeah, this is one. Western United States. This is what we should be seeing. All right. They're really not giving us any they're not giving us any information. They're just dropping the video on there.
It's just a bunch of words.
Yeah.
It's just words. Oh, it's on something there. Like it just came out of nowhere. That one's very hard to
Yeah,
see
it's got
what's
so
going
much.
on
Mhm.
because there's so much on the screen.
Yeah.
That one almost, I mean, it kind of looked a little bit saucer-ish, but it's hard to make it out. Videos from a F-16, CMC says.
So we go
Hey,
for that
while I'm thinking about it, while we're looking at these,
Mhm.
you have some news to share about some upcoming new segment for the Witching Hours.
Do I?
You do. We have a new guest coming on to
Oh
give us.
yeah. That's right. I have a thing I was gonna post about it and I haven't posted it yet. I was kind of waiting. Yeah, we're gonna have James Krug is going to be coming on the show every second Monday of the month. So his first show will be on August. Bring up the calendar here on August 10th. You might remember Jim. He came on to talk as a MUFON representative there. He is going to be coming on to talk about what's being seen in the skies. A head of MUFON for Pennsylvania. We had a great conversation with him last time about
Yep.
UFOs and what's being seen in the skies and what's going on with Congress and disclosure and all that. We had already talked about him coming back on for a second time, which we were going to do, but he's going to start joining us like Allison. He's going to come on at the beginning of the show and just give us like a 5 or 10-minute update on what people are reporting when it comes to MUFON and things that he's seeing because he is a investigator for the Mutual UFO Network. So we are very excited to have Jim coming on.
You've been looking
to
for
start giving
somebody
us
to
some
come
updates.
do that for a long time.
Yeah, it's something that I've wanted to do since we started the show, 5 years ago or whatever now.
Yeah.
So, or coming close to it. So, yeah. So, the idea eventually is that we have someone kind of coming on at the beginning of each show, maybe a cryptid specialist. I guess
Mhm.
that'll be the next one I try to get squared away, maybe as a cryptid specialist. And then I don't know, maybe we could take a poll on what kind of expert we want to have for another one. But of course, we have Allison for all of our moon phase and astrology stuff, which is greatly appreciated. And now we have Jim, who will be joining us every second Monday.
Exciting.
Yeah, that is going to be really cool. Okay, so let's check out this one. Let's see if it gives us any information here. Aero comment infrared sensor systems capture information within a specific range of electromagnetic wavelengths. Nothing. No life on a space.
It's just a bunch of words.
It is. Some of the earlier drops had some better information in there.
So this one's got a
Ooh,
little
what's that?
flashy black blip.
Well, it looks like the whole video is blipping.
Flashy black blip.
Watch it one more time here.
It's like whatever it is
That's
moving real
weird.
fast, and they can't even keep up with it.
Yeah. That's interesting. All right. So we got that one. That was in the Gulf of America.
The Gulf of Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Gulf of America.
Lots of PDFs here. Here's a
Surprised we didn't change the spelling of Gulf to Golf. Golf. Ooh, there's like two of them together.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what we were looking at? Or no, there's something else.
Mm-hmm.
We're tracking something else, but there was something that went across the screen.
It's like a cigar shaped there, possibly.
We were also talking last time we were watching these about the ones that end up looking like a little line. It's like, is it a line because it's moving so fast that it's making a distorted shape, or is it really like that?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yep, giant cigars, hoaxsters. That's what it is. I love that you're still looking at all the words. Just in case.
In the first couple of drops that we looked at, they actually did have some. They had some descriptions.
Yeah,
but they don't in this drop. It doesn't look like.
That's looking at the ground. Whoa! What the heck was that? Play that one again. They're looking at the ground. And this huge thing just comes across the screen. Look like a spider. Wow. What the heck is that? It's such a weird shape. And it almost looks, I mean,
it goes to that. It's just like this really kind of.
It's very shadowy looking.
Amorphous thing. And it goes up to the top of the screen. And then the next frame, it like turns into like a cigar shape, or is that something that's different?
I don't know. Yeah, what is that? It's like it shot something off from itself. Yeah, because there's one of them little line things that comes off of it. What?
But see, it looks like it comes. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it is
like
coming
it comes off of it. Yeah. That one is very bizarre because it almost looks like it's the shadow of something and not the actual object. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
What the
Some
hell?
of them, you go, okay, all right,
Yeah.
That one makes me wonder a little bit.
Yeah. What is that? It's looking at the water.
Oh yeah, there's something going across there at the bottom.
Oh yeah, a little one of them little or white dots. The white dots.
Tic Tac.
Little specky speck. Oh, zoomed in.
Oh,
It
that
looks
one kind of
different
has,
though.
yeah.
Looks like a piece of cake. It's a slice of cake.
I don't know where you get all this stuff
It's
from.
oh, I don't know what's happening. Is the video messed up? It's starting to like kind of go in and out of
I think
don't
part of the
know.
problem with some of these is they zoomed in so far.
Yeah.
Like they're zoomed in a lot.
The duck swimming really fast. Yeah, it's weird because like from the zoomed out perspective, it looks like a they switched over from the infrared to the color. Then it was a black thing. It almost looks like a little satellite when it was turned over to the black, blue and black.
Well, it's kind of like one of those things with the that they were showing that happened in like Iraq or whatever, where it looked like there was like the Imperial droid running around on the base.
Oh
there.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Hi, Irene. Are we looking at this cloud that's moving? Oh. It looks like the edge of something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of camouflagey, like it's a
Oh,
cloud.
look at that.
What the heck is that?
They're having a hard time keeping up with whatever it is.
Right?
What is that?
That is so weird. It's like glowing. But it's not it doesn't, I don't know. It's not like a shape. It's like a line.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like it's changing and shifting. To me, it almost looks like something that's like much bigger and maybe it's kind of cloaked.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It almost like looks like you're seeing the front edge of a saucer or
Right,
something, but you
right,
can't see
right.
the rest of it.
Like it's flat. CMC says, from a pilot's perspective, it is not flying fast enough to maintain that altitude with no wings.
Mm-hmm.
On the previous dot above the ocean, the one we were looking at earlier.
Yeah, the one we were looking at before.
These things are moving fast, Irene, and like, what is it?
Mm-hmm.
That one is very strange.
All right.
Hey, Witness Dude. It's almost Witness Dude's birthday. His birthday is on Wednesday, also a 22nd. Yeah, see, it's like stuttering. And is that like a video issue? Or is that actually happening in real time?
I will say when we've seen it in other videos, I couldn't tell in this one. When we saw it in other videos, the videos would stutter too. So
yeah. Will you play that one again and see if the water does any weird stuttering, or is it just the object?
Well, it's still playing. Which is even more interesting, right? Like if there's equipment malfunctions, you know, like.
Mm-hmm. It stutters there. But it, like, I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't think that the image of the ocean video is doing any kind of malfunctioning. So does that mean it's moving like in and out of space and time?
Yeah.
Stuttering could be a light reflection. You're right. You're right, Irene. CMC says the sensor video is very steady, or the sensor view is very steady. Hoaxers thinks it's the object and not the video itself. On that one, I think so.
Well, that one looked like it.
The other one was hard to tell because the whole thing was kind of janky. Yep, another cusp birthday. You're right. Another one of them little white specks.
There seems to be a little bit of new info with those though, because when they zoom in, they're not just little white.
Yeah, it's not a speck. That one's kind of triangular shaped from a distance.
Yeah, I wish they would at least put like the speed in the description or something. Ooh, it broke apart.
Yep. Oh,
Went
whoa.
back together.
Changing shapes. Changing shapes.
You know, and small is relative too, because we don't know what the distance is. That's
Right.
another thing that they should have with all this infrared equipment is being like, okay, I was traveling at,
They're not going to share that with you. You're lucky
and it
enough to
was
get to see the video. I think they're tracking it, Irene. I don't think it's hovering.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
moving.
they're tracking it. But you can see the background moving behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And most of these things are moving at very high rates of speed, like faster than stuff that we can make go that fast. But I can't say that on here because they're not giving us any of the. But like the other TikTok videos and stuff we have, the things are moving at like thousands of miles an hour.
They don't gotta tell you. You were just lucky enough you get to see the video. CMC said I would be not surprised to see one of those bright specks from my front desk right now in the daylight. There's another specky one.
Yeah, that was only a 5-second clip.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It moves like real spastic at the end.
Well,
like
I think too,
down.
I don't know if it's always look, because for instance, like, is that cloud moving real fast or is that the camera that's moving really? Because sometimes there's, like if you zoom really far in with your phone.
Yes, it'll do that.
And I think that's what we're getting. Like some of these pilots are zoomed in so far trying to track these things that if they move just a little bit, it goes like all crazy because we're zoomed in so far.
Yeah, you can do it with your phone. Try to like take a picture of a butterfly far away and you zoom out so far, and then when you move it, like it moves
just the hair
a lot.
Color. Unresolved UAP report in the eastern United States. Once again, you can tell that's traveling at a pretty high rate of speed.
Right. So that's a little black speck with a white light around it. And it's moving so fast, I can't keep up with it. Can't get it on the tracker.
I can't even keep up. Yeah.
Chico's got some thinking some thoughts here. Let's pretend they all tell us everything. This is what they think it is, the speed, the material, basically. They admit it's a UFO, inexplicable, likely otherworldly. How does that impact your life? And what do you do next? How do you feel? I'm curious.
I think that's the $1 million question. Because I think that's different for everybody.
Yeah. A lot of people, like on the internet are like, they don't even care because everything in the world is such a goddamn mess. They're worried about paying their rent, So what?
I'm also seeing, I don't know, people can tell me that I'm full of it as much as they want, but I'm not too far. I still don't know if the Brookings report still isn't true. Especially as we're moving into times where there's more and more fundamentalism and I mean, we already have the Vice President of the United States of America coming out and saying that UFOs and aliens are demons.
Demons, right?
So, I mean, if we're, you know what I mean, like that. So that means that's not. No matter what you want to think, that is not that is not going to be a completely minority response.
Right.
We get those comments on our
We had
videos on
one
the witching
today
hours.
on one of the dragon videos.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I mean, we we have a very high likelihood when there's comments put on our social media videos that we're being tricked by demons is a pretty common response. So I mean, it will have a big impact, I think, different people are going to think completely different things. On my hand, I want to go. Want to take a ride? Like, hey, come pick me up. Let's roll. I'm willing to go on an adventure.
Right. Hey, fantasy.
But other people are going to shoot at them. So
Right.
I don't know what that's going to mean. I don't know what that's going to mean.
CMC is checked and no UFOs in his vicinity at the moment.
At the moment.
Can happen at any second. Another thing to polarize the world. Yep.
Well, people
Yep.
are always going to make it polarized. I mean, that's a social science thing right off the top. Like, people are always going to be.
This one
what
is
do you
going to
call
give
it?
me a seizure. Good Lord.
You're going to puke in the trash can.
It's like flashing and changing and come on now. All right, they got it on the tracker. Once again, it looks like a little speck.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of wibbly wobbly. It's definitely moving fast. Look at the clouds
That's what
go
I'm
by.
saying. Yeah.
Wow. So fast.
You could see mountains behind it there for a second.
I think they are just clouds.
Oh, is it just cloud?
Mm-hmm.
This is in Western United States.
They zoomed in a little bit. Oh, it moved. They lost it. Ah, dang. You're fired.
Right? I mean, that's the
Supergirl.
that's the interesting thing about these things is they can't even lock onto them.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, no good information. All right, so we got that one in the Western United States. Here's another one in the Eastern United States. We'll look at a couple more.
Fired. You fired. The clouds are sideways on this one.
Oh, I didn't play this one. There we go.
Oh, we went the right way now. Okay, thank you. Whoosh. That one, like,
there's the slow motion.
Dang. Yeah, looked like one of them Tic Tac ones. CMC said that's upside down and it's beyond supersonic.
Fantasy Animal Vegan said, "Oh wait, that's me leaving a bad date."
That's very fast, Fantasy. It must have been a real bad date.
Wow.
That guy got buzzed.
That was coming through quick.
Yep. Zoom. There goes Fantasy. Adios. You're getting the bill. It's inverted. Wow. Hoaxers feels bad. Fantasy's date was that bad. All right. Did we watch this one already?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, that's the one that was giving me a seizure earlier. Play another one.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. That's the same one. It has like a little watermark on the side. But that's the one we just watched.
That's the one we just watched. Okay.
All right, little black dot, and I can't get it. Can't get it. It's weird on these infrared ones when it shows up black that it has like this little white aura around it. They're zooming in. Oh, it is a duck. It looked like a giant duck. It's a giant duck shape. See, the aliens are just messing with us now. They zoomed in and then they lost it. Shoot.
Yeah, they just can't keep up
It's
with
a
them.
rubber ducky. Maybe the aliens were like, what if they really like rubber ducks? We see they do this thing with the Jeeps. Maybe if we start making our UFOs into rubber duck shapes, they won't be scared. It's a thought, guys. It's a thought.
So far in to see these
can't
things is
even get it.
crazy.
Yeah. It's just like this tiny little white speck. And it's moving so fast. Rubber ducky,
You got it.
you're the one.
There's another one. There's two of them.
Yeah, there is. Because he's targeted on one, but then there's another one that was flying by. It's so small from their distance, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's the spirit world messing with us, Chico said. Could be. We need to fire somebody else, Hoaxsters. Get fired. At least aliens care about our feelings. Aliens are spirit. And I think you're onto something there, Chico. Nothing to be afraid of. They've been around forever, Norsk said. Yes.
Yeah.
Fantasy was first talking about having a very bad date, but now talking about aliens coming to bathe with us. Fired. Oh my goodness. They got that one locked in for a little while.
Yeah. That took off pretty quick. It's like as soon as they get a lock on some of them they follow a long time, but some of them as soon as they get a lock on them, they're gone.
It's almost like they know.
Yeah. No, I wanna take a ride. I'm ready to. They can go show me where they came from.
But I wonder how many of these things are ours. You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? Now I saw somebody.
I don't know. So hold on. I have a problem.
Okay.
First off, just going by what you said, I have a little bit of problem with that on a surface level, because on one hand, some people like there has to be a consistency. Is our government completely inept and incapable of doing things, or are they so far advanced that they're able to create things that can travel at the speed of light? My belief is that the government's pretty inept at pretty much anything it tries to do. And while it does have some good technology, I will tell you, I was in the Army, and all of the stuff that I worked on in the Army, even though I was in a UAP unit and the stuff that I did in the military, we were still operating with mostly technology from Vietnam. So, I mean, the idea that, we have all this really super advanced stuff, I'm sure we do to a certain degree.
Did you mean that you were in a drone unit? Because you said UAP unit.
Oh yeah, drone unit. But
or were you just telling us the truth?
A UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle.
UAV. You let something slip you weren't supposed to.
Yeah. You know what I mean though? Like on one hand, like a lot of times people want to play it both ways. So like we don't have any of this stuff. It's
that's a great point.
We can't do any of these things. It can't be ours, or we have all this super advanced stuff. I do think we do have some super advanced stuff. I don't think we have anything like this.
Yeah,
I don't think we have anything that can travel, especially like if it's drones and stuff.
Could be true at the same time.
Yeah.
And CMC says some are ours and some are definitely not.
Some are definitely not. I think. some stuff could be ours. Lots of drones. Like if you just see weird stuff in the sky, I think it definitely could be ours, and that's why we're missing a lot of context out of all these videos.
Right.
Because I need to know how big the objects are.
Yep.
I need to know how fast they're traveling, how high up are they, how low are they.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I mean, to be able to really come to any kind of
But they're not going to tell
decision
us
on
that.
what these things are. Yeah, and they're not coming to say
Now,
anything.
this one, I saw somebody. It was
Mhm.
clear. It was clearly an AI thing, but they tried to say this particular one was a drone, and they made like an AI video of what the drone looks like,
Mhm.
and it was like this, like,
Oh, this is the thing. Yeah.
yeah, it was like lenses and stuff. But, I mean, that is crazy looking. I mean, what the hell is that? What is that?
I mean, that's where I really wish there was some more information, right?
Right. How big
Like,
is
is
that?
that thing traveling at, you know, I don't, I know
Is that
we go by
traveling?
knots.
Is it
And yeah,
sitting
but like how
still?
fast is it going? Is it
Yeah.
sitting it's probably not sitting still.
What is
But yeah,
that?
like how big is it? Like what is the size, like
'Cause that's wild looking, man.
is that the size of a balloon? Is it the size of
Car?
a Black Hawk? Is it the size
Yeah.
of a school bus? Is it the size, I don't know,
Pokemon.
that one was one of the more wild ones they released. So that one and the first one we watched.
That one is so weird. Yeah, it's definitely moving because it moves off the screen. Play that one again.
And this one's interesting too, because if you start it from the get-go, from a long way away, it would look like a black dot.
Well, I mean, even it's that one doesn't even start out as a black dot. That one starts out as like a weird shape.
But what I'm
And
saying
then,
is if you were going from far enough
yeah.
away, it would be a black dot.
And then it gets
You
like,
know?
it looks like a witch hat with some eyes, like witch face. Guy with a hat. And then all of a sudden it turns into like a like a giant camcorder from 1984.
It looks like a freaking like a transformer or something.
Like what is that? This is the size of the new White House bathroom.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Michelin Man morphing into different shapes. Hmm.
Okay, that's that one.
That where was that one? Did it say where that one was where that one was taken? Fantasy, I like your PBS
Atlantic
SETI
Ocean
there.
Atlantic Ocean in 2020.
Oh wow. That one is probably the most wild one we've seen.
Mm-hmm. That's all the video. Well, that's most of the videos. We got a lot of PDFs and audio files. They have audio files from the Apollo missions.
Okay.
Mm. That's
Nasser.
36 minutes. So
36 minutes.
an hour and 30.
An hour and 36 minutes.
And this is continued, which is another 32 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's them talking about what they're seeing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. We can't hear it.
Well, they actually do have some information here. It says the file contains segment 2 of 2. And this continued segment, crew members and debriefers further discuss the light flash phenomena, then a novel, now well documented biological effect where high energy cosmic rays pass through the eye and strike the retina, causing the perception of light streaks or flashes.
Hello,
Anyway,
Liz.
there we go.
All right. So those are all the videos from the latest drop.
Yeah, that was at least 90% of them. We might have missed a couple, but that was most of them.
Cool. Well, that was some weird stuff in there today.
Yeah.
Very strange.
I think that one of the last ones we saw was one of my favorites, and then that star shaped one at the beginning.
The star one is cool.
Too.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty interesting stuff.
I wish that we could see what it looked like without the infrared also.
Yeah.
Like what do those things look like with just the naked eye? That one video we looked at, it did flash to like the regular camera for a little while, and it was like a black on whatever it was black on the blue ocean.
And I think it's harder to see too, because especially when you're talking about the clouds, some of that stuff could be passing behind clouds, but it doesn't get obscured in the infrared. So, that's probably why they, one of the reasons they use that.
Yeah, sure.
We wanted to get through there and get through some of those because we talk about them in the news a lot, and we have people coming on to talk about these things. And even I hadn't gone through and checked out a lot of the videos, so we wanted to be able to come on and take a look at it and have it. Anybody wants to go back and look at some of them, we got them on the episodes now. If we have someone come on and talk about some of these things, because it's interesting, and it's definitely not just someone flying their Best Buy drone in their backyard,
Yeah, the best.
Which is another thing that came up. Do you remember the drones they had? I guess it was last year in like New Jersey and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're raising a lot of questions about that now too. Evidently, there was a lot of lies coming out about them saying that they knew what it was and stuff.
They didn't know what it was.
They don't know what it is.
Yeah, they didn't know what it was.
So, lots of interesting things there.
Yeah, Chico, we've talked about that from the beginning, that we feel like a lot of this is look over here, while really they're doing some other thing over here. Yeah, absolutely. For sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Still pretty interesting stuff, though.
Well, I mean, it comes down to where, so like if you're someone who was never interested in UFOs really before, or was just something that was like, maybe you had mildly, taken up some kind of interest with it, then right now I could see how that is going to seem like a huge, like, where is this coming from? For people who have been following, like trying to get disclosure for 20, 30, 40, 50 years,
80 years,
these people, this is just a continuation of what they've been talking about since, however long they've been into it, and for me, that's been since 1998, so,
almost 30 years.
Yeah. That I've been, passively kind of interested in disclosure and what was going on and what was happening with UFOs. So it's not like, to me, it's not a wag the dog scenario, except for the fact, like, for sure, I do understand, like, hey, we're going to try to come up with all these different things, a war, whatever we want to talk about. Right now, that's taken news cycles away from certain things 100%, namely the Epstein files.
Yeah.
Since they tried to release the Epstein files, it has been one after another of the most wildest things we've ever seen in our news cycle. So do I believe that there's definitely a movement out there inside of the government to try to put stuff out there that will eat up news cycle time? I do, for sure. Yeah. But I don't necessarily mean that discredits what some of the stuff that is coming out there. True. I just think they'd rather talk about aliens than the Epstein files at this point. I think for them, it's more advantageous to talk about that stuff and not really give you any information. Like, they're not giving us any information. They're just giving us a video file.
Confused awareness.
Yeah. Than to have all their buddies go to prison. So,
Can we do both?
We can't do both. Chances are we probably can't do either, but
Anyway,
there we go.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up a little early tonight, and that's all right because we have someone else that's going to be taking a time slot after us on the Spirit Realm Network. Isn't that correct?
We do. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up our show for tonight. If you are not following the Spirit Realm Network, that's something that you should do. Right now, we have a whole lot of stuff that's getting ready to pop back up again for the Spirit Realm Network, apps and networks and all of those things. But tonight, if you want to go over on the Facebook page, there is going to be another stream tonight from the Angel Frequency with Leah McCann or McCain. So you can go over there and check that out and check out angel readings, the Angel Frequency. So if you want to go check that out, you can go to the Spirit Realm Network over on Facebook. Pop up, give it a like, and you can watch live over there. Let's take a look real quick too, Jenny, about what we have coming up. We are going to be taking next week off.
Yes, taking a break next week.
We're going to be going to like Colonial Williamsburg and doing some stuff the next week. So we're going to take next week off from the show, and we're going to be coming back strong on August 3rd with Skeptic Terry.
Oh yeah.
There. So after we watch all the UFO files, and we have the next week we have
and last week we had Courtney on. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk to the other side about maybe why some of the things that are coming out are things, like what is the science behind, why some of this may not be happening the way we think it is. And then on August 10th, we're gonna have Holly Hall, who I think who's also from the Spirit Realm Network, and we're going to talk more about alien communication that night. We're getting into it when we were talking to her last time.
A lot of aliens.
On the 17th of August, we're going to have Rob Guttrow and Monique Too-Soon on.
Oh, and Monique.
Yeah, they're going to come on to talk about some new books they have coming out and haunted places that they've been investigating.
Have stuff going on, and Rob is always writing up a storm.
Steve Dills is going to be coming on August 24th. He has his new book. Give me 1 second.
Steve's book just came out, and Frosty got a copy of it for when we were at the History Haunts and Hamburgers on Thursday. Yeah, last Thursday. I was like, what day is it? Oh, it's Monday because we're on the witching hours. Right.
The Ghosts We Carry, Grief, Haunted Places, and the People Who Never Leave Us, from Steve Dills. He's going to be coming on to talk about his new book. And then we're going to end August with Laura Starr, who we're going to get into a whole lot
probably
of weird
be
things.
A lot more alien stuff.
Starseed stuff, but also like shift stuff, 5D stuff. She has a YouTube and Facebook channel where she talks about a lot of the same things that we talk about in Team Weird. So that's going to be a fun night as well.
A lot of weirdness coming up.
All right, so let's see if we can read out two tonight. You know what? Nabnia is streaming.
Oh, Nabnia!
Why don't we read out to Nabnia?
Well, okay. First of all, is there anybody that we need to thank? Anybody have any stream streaks, resubs?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, you actually had a 50 stream streak.
Oh, I did.
Starting tonight. Yeah. So there you go. 50
streams. Should be a lot more than that, but I lost it when we were at Paracon.
For medium Jenny Lee. Thanks everybody who came in to hang out with us tonight. We always appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming and being part of our community. We love it so much. Thanks to everyone who's watching at another time and another place. We will see you all next time.